Hey everybody, it's Mike over here at Growtopia, and today we have a experimental video that just popped in my head that I gotta try. And I'm trying it for myself and I'm trying it for everybody else out there if they want to try something like this. So what are we experimenting on is artichokes. Now, I've never really had artichokes outside of artichoke dip, and I've never grown artichokes before. So this experiment that I'm trying right now with 4 plants is going to be really interesting to play with. So the artichokes that we're using today are the green globe artichokes. Now what's cool with them is they're perennials just like asparagus. And just like asparagus, they take about 2 years minimum to really start doing anything. Now, a lot of times that's hard for people because it's like, oh, I gotta wait 2 years. I should have done this years ago. But then you're learning out about doing it now, so it is what it is, right? Now, there's different options on the back of the bag. They talk about, soaking your seeds for 12 hours, sowing in biodegradable pots 8 to 10 weeks before last frost, sow about ½ an inch deep, so that's key to pay attention to. Transparent or direct sow after all danger of frost has passed. Artichokes will thrive in summer heat and prefers an area with full sunlight. Now, of course, there's other people that talk about they have it in partial, so that's a full sun. This is a full sunlight one. So, which means that one thing I have here I got to cross out and actually change the tag on it because I didn't pre-read it. So, I'm going to change the tag on it. Okay, you're going to go into the hot house, not the shade house. Let's see. Requires well-draining, light and fertile soil. Mix into light compost for your planting. Medium to improve drainage. Water daily until germination occurs. When you're doing it with the pods, you don't have to water daily. Just got to make sure they stay moist. Artichoke seeds can take up to 8 weeks to germinate, so be patient. Plants will grow to a height of 3 to 6 feet tall and can spread 3+ feet wide. Space plants 2 to 3 feet apart, while also spacing rows 4 feet apart. Harvest in late summer to early autumn. So that gets today's video. So from what I've heard from other people, you're looking at basically 6 to 8 weeks for them to stay in your pods inside your house to germinate. And then 6 weeks in a cold area. So we're looking at a cold spot that's not anywhere between 25 degrees Fahrenheit to, let's say, like 35 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's a 6 on 6 weeks. So 6 weeks indoors, 6 weeks in a cold area. So now, what that means is we're actually going to take this and turn it to a whole different level. And this is how we're going to do it. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to start off. I got everything pre-prepped ahead of time so you guys aren't watching this go through the whole process. I'm going to move the camera back a little bit because a little too close to you guys here. Stay. So we got our pods over here. Get the book out of here, many things. Our log book. So here is our pods. So of course we need to go down a ½ an inch deep. But we're going to go down a little deeper because what we're going to do is we're going to actually add some fertilizer into the soil, because from our experiment with the tomatoes we know that Jojoba's and JP's fertilizer is definitely great for amplifying the growing of something. If you want it to grow quicker, definitely go for one or the other. If you want it to take a slow time, then go with no fertilizer and sit there and pace around your house. So we're dropping in some Jojoba's fertilizer, mix that into the soil nice, like such. And we're going to make a little indent about ½ an inch down, which isn't really much at all. Okay, so now we're done with that. Clean off our utensil. Alright. So now we're going to take our globe seed packet that we pre-opened this time around. And we're going to do somewhere around about 2 to 3 seeds. See how they come out. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. 1, 2. Go back in there. Come on. Right. Put the fourth one back in the bag. Okay. So normally, from what I've heard from James Pigioni in the gardening channel, is you start growing your artichokes in September. But because this is an experiment, we're starting this a little early. And we grab our liquid fertilizer as well. So now that my seeds are in here, they're down a little bit. Now we're just going to smush the dirt onto the top of them. Pat it down. Alright, water the tops of them in with the fertilizer. Okay. My fertilizer I always keep in the fridge just so that it doesn't ferment. Then it turns into alcohol fertilizer, which you really don't want. So the first one that we're actually going to be doing, and you can see how I did my labeling. I put 811, I put art for artichoke, put gold for golden globes. This is an indoor only for 1 year. So this one for 1 year only is going to stay indoors in the nursery. The next one we're going to do is we're actually going to make this a fridge one. And the reason why is because it needs to be for 6 weeks in an area that is between 25 and 30 some odd degrees, which is the average temperature of your refrigerator. Now, if you have an extra spare fridge, like I have, or a wine fridge that stays around in a certain temperature control that you may or may not use all the time, I would say definitely try that. And that's going to be 1 seed pod sitting in a bowl inside the refrigerator, and that's to trick it for 6 weeks that it went through 1 frost. And it will basically actually make the plant think that it went through. Actually, it's 2 years. I'm sorry. It's to give it like a 2 year. Think that it's like 2 year frost type of situation. So we're gonna try that one. The next one is the orchard. So after 6 weeks, it's gonna go and find a spot in the orchard somewhere. And after the germination and it's ready to go, and I can't get it off the table, this other one will then go into the hothouse where it needs the full sun. And with the hothouse and the orchard, these two will be outside. One will be inside the greenhouse. One will be out in the orchard. This will be inside the refrigerator, and this will be inside the nursery hanging out. So today's 8/11. Everybody's been fertilized. It's going onto the hot plate, heating mat. Hot plate might as well be a hot plate. Going onto the heating mat, where then it's going to spend about 6 weeks or so until the next update of when I finally start seeing germination. Everything's got that Growtopia on it. It's got the orange and banana peel fertilizer. And we're going to see how long this takes until they start germinating. And hopefully, they should all germinate at the same time because they're all equal. Now it comes down to where growing them is better, what you want to do, how you want to grow them, and see where they grow. So that's it today. That's a little quick experimental video on the artichokes. Everybody have a great rest of your Sunday. And like, subscribe, share it with your friends and family. Follow the channel. Click the bell. You see new updates and new videos and new crazy stuff that I'm coming up with doing. And I'm still waiting on the rest of the stuff for the nursery to show up. And hopefully tomorrow I might be having a guy come by dropping off wood chips. I keep saying that, but I can't wait for it because I really need wood chips bad. So anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.